So, directly starting off with Ketan Bhai, I think we've always had a very indirect relationship with him during his KGK journeys, and he's hired a lot of JK alumni, given them some amazing opportunities. We've got amazing feedback from our alumni that they've received opportunities to travel to Thailand, to Hong Kong, to Japan, and build those businesses, grow those businesses out there, and giving KGK an international reach. Now he's trying to grow Sky Gold and Diamonds, and something that I really learned from him indirectly, and now we happen to have a direct relationship, is that giving the young team members the opportunity to grow, giving them responsibility, and giving them the kind of authority to execute. That was what was missing in the jewelry industry. The jewelry industry comes from a legacy of micromanagement, very family-based thinking. किधर भी देखते हैं तो चाचा का बेटा, मामा का बेटा business में आ जाता है. So the professional nurturing that was missing today, that is what the new generation of leaders are bringing in and actually grooming new leaders. So building a leadership manufacturing in a way.
Absolutely.
So I would directly want to start with you, asking you, tell us a little bit about your journey, personal journey across various industries, and more importantly, the shocking things that you saw in the jewelry industry.
All right, good evening everyone. I hope you are doing well, and congratulations for the people who have graduated from JK Diamonds. And Janil and Naman said, we are indirectly connected. KGK was a good experience with you guys, and now moving on to Sky Gold. So my personal experience, I come originally from a learning and development background. I've been into training, people, culture, and talent. So this is my niche area. Whenever I see people, whenever I meet people, I always have that fascination at how can we groom the next generation of talent? What next behind me? All right. Probably this comes from a long line of coaches that I have been mentored by, and they always had their succession ready, and they saw something in me. They always promoted me as a young gun, and and I think someone should carry their legacy ahead. So yes, shockers when started with the diamond industry. There is legacy, as you rightly mentioned, a clear point. There's family members. There are people who slog maybe for 10, 12 years just to get stuck at a growth where there is Mama ka beta and Chacha ka beta heading the business. And then that stops, and then we switch, and then there is the same story again. So what I intend to build is young people, all right? Sky is all about that. So Sky was a very interactive. I was very good relationship with KGK and the entire promoter family. Really good connect still now. But they know that I work on projects, I work with people. So my journey into, if you look at my profile as well, I've been into Apple, I've been into Hewlett Packard, Raymond into textile, then diamond and jewelry industry. But I seriously find this fascinating. I mean, I see designers creating jewelries, I see merchandisers connecting with the brands. I was recently talking to Akash, who is our CEO, and the designs that we get onto the table, the creative mindset, I think it's time that the legacy people should step aside and give the young guns a chance. So yeah, see, jewelry industry is about policies, there were no processes. But fastly moving into system orientation and processes, that's what I believe. And for that, we need the millennials and Gen Zs to step forward. I mean, people say there's no growth, there is no money in this industry. I fail to understand that why. There is immense growth, all right? Trust me, I've been just 4 years in the industry, and I'm sitting in front of you speaking to you about diamond and jewelry industry. I'm not a veteran in this industry. I'm a veteran with people, I'm a veteran with talent, but not at all in this industry. So don't get your hopes low. I mean, for designers, merchandisers, for CAD designers, for salespeople, I mean, it's skies wide open, especially in the diamond and jewelry industry. I think brands coming up like Indriya doing superbly well into the retail section, Titan, Carrot Lane, these are all brands that we cater to in Sky as well. So we know what young guns they are hiring as well, their design team, their CAD team, their merchandisers, we connect with them. And that's, I think that's the way ahead.
Wow, amazing. So, Ketan bhai, just to come back to Sky Gold,
Yeah.
it's a B2B manufacturing. Tell us a little bit more about the setup. You know, now that it's a listed company, if you can open up about the financial figures, the capacity, how many people are you?
Yeah. So I'll tell you an interesting joke. I was stunned when I connected with Akash because Sky Gold is the first manufacturing facility in diamond and jewelry which opened shop, I mean the manufacturing shop in Navi Mumbai. I mean everything you see is Andheri, Chani Road, coming back to Borivali, Goregaon, MIDC, that was the location. And I trust me, all the directors, Mahendra Bhai, Darshan Bhai and Mangesh Bhai had a vision. That vision is coming true now. So Sky Gold as a company, we do lot of designs. We are a design-driven company, first of all. Let me get very clear. So all our designs, all our jewelry that is made. So predominantly we were into gold. We have started diamond also now, and pushing our expansion into the diamond section as well. It's not like gold jewelry. It's just that we are dealing with traditional Indian jewelry or something. We are doing lab-grown as well. With Jiva and Carrot Lane. Our Carrot Lane we are doing diamond jewelry as well, and we are doing brands like Malabar as well, as Jenny had rightly mentioned. So we have brands across, we have corporates across. We have designers who are as young as 22, 23 years old in our team existingly now, and they have grown with us. Sky Gold is all about growth, all about culture. The promoters, the directors want that culture to be fostering. We're looking for young talents to grow with us, and that has been all about it. Financially, this company, let's start last 3 years, I think that figures. 23-24, we ended up with something around about 1700 crores. 24-25 was 3500 crores, and 25-26 ended with 6500 crores approximately. So we are growing, we are doing 400 kgs of gold a month. We've started diamond on a larger scale. We have 5 factory setups in Navi Mumbai now, and we have separate factories for Mangal Sutra, we have separate factory for chains, we have a bangle factory separately dedicated, we are coming up with a silver factory and a diamond factory as well. So there is a lot of setup. Yes, people tell me, but CAD designers prefer the suburban bed. I'm just telling you honestly guys, in a couple of months I'm opening a mobile office in Andheri as well. So, you know, my CAD design team is around about 100 people. I plan to double it in coming years. There's business and then there is scope for young talents to grow. So Sky has always been nurturing talent, and the Chauhan brothers are the first of their generation to take this business. And trust me guys, I've worked in the industry and no partners. I've been working with them for over 4 years. They're good in what they do. And they have a vision. Akash has a vision to take this company ahead, and so I have a vision for the talent industry. So that's what we are doing.
I think that's one of the biggest strategies today. Most brands are suffering with talent because they're not able to nurture them. But you mentioned about like what you're saying is you're doing almost 100% year-on-year.
Yeah.
That's tremendous for a B2B space per se. Can you delve a little bit about why have you chosen Navi Mumbai? Like let's say a lot of brands are setting up in Surat today, or Seeps, or so. How come Navi Mumbai is suddenly, and we are seeing this pop up quite often these days. Yes. Like, okay, Navi Mumbai is becoming the next jewelry manufacturing hub.
See, lot of space, lot of cheap space. You can say that for manufacturing hubs. We'll be very honest enough. But it's the next big thing. Navi Mumbai is going to be the next big thing in terms of your offices, your manufacturing units, your corporate spaces. You have the airport, you have the road connectivity, you have ample of space there. So I think Sky is not the only company now in the MIDC of Navi Mumbai. There are a lot of companies that have come in. I mean, see, Sky itself is 1600 strong. In manpower, we include carriers, and we do not have only carriers from Mumbai. There are people who have happily shifted from Rajasthan, from Kolkata, from Kerala, from Tamil Nadu, very much like a mixed crowd. It's just not a typical set of people that we are working on. We are diverse into that. And people are loving that. I mean, it has nature, it has people, it has work. So everything is fitting fine. I mean, people had their apprehensions that how are we going to travel to Navi Mumbai. Trust me, I used to travel from Navi Mumbai to KGK every day, no hassles. Yeah, honestly. From Kalgar to Borivali is not easy, but see, that's what the game is, right? I mean, how do you project it and how do you move it there?
Right. Now switching to culture. I think something that a lot of questions we get from students who are creating these B2C brands and eventually B2B as well is how do you set a particular culture? How do you start off? Because these people come from a family business background.
Yeah.
And for them to think of hiring somebody and training somebody, putting in so much effort, to grooming them, and then they leave, and then they have to restart, and then that process, and then they feel demotivated, and then again they're stuck with the centralization of the business.
Yes.
And we've seen this very often for years. Like since the time I've entered the industry, probably that was 10, 11 years back full time. I have seen this, year on year, batch on batch, same questions coming in again and again.
I think what needs to change or what has changed while I was working is, you're correct. What happens on the legacy people is a newcomer comes into the industry, or let's say someone from your institute comes into the industry. They get a particular role, they're stuck at that particular role for years because there is someone senior. See, what I always say, I have a mantra. I always say, what has got us here is not going to take us there. So companies, our legacy companies or legacy family owners who have businesses which are running, they're running successfully, I know that. But then to the next generation to take them forward, the only aspect is behavioral and culture. So honestly, trust me, what we want to build in Sky, also we speak of these things every day. We want young people who are, who have hunger to grow, who have hunger to learn. We are there to teach. You do not know the process, we'll teach you the process. What we need is the will to move ahead. Skill we will teach you. So trust me, I'm not boasting, but you can check LinkedIn and everything, what branding that we are doing with our people. Or you can check my gold merchandisers in my team. You'll be shocked that my diamond merchandiser is a 2024 pass out. She leads my business. My gold merchandiser is a 2022 pass out. 4 years into the business, she's leading the entire merchandising for my top customers with Sky right now. And there's no limit. My directors tell me that do not keep any restrictions that there is not going to be growth. There is growth. There is just growth in this company. If I hire some designers of yours today and tell them तुमको यही design करना है जो मुझे चाहिए, then what's the use of their talent? That has always been going into the industry. But what we want to nurture is you get us something new. We want fresh faces, fresh minds who tell us this is not working, this mood board is not working. So we change the complete strategy, we create something new. We want those kind of people in the company, and that's what Sky is all about. And that needs to change now. And we're already practicing it. My designers, my interns are all who started at a very niche salary, but now they are leading the business. So both the 3 merchandisers started as interns 3 years back, 4 years back. They are leading the business now. They're leading clients like Aditya Birla, Reliance, Malabar. Without them, we cannot, connect with customers now. So that's the talent philosophy that we bring in.
I have one sensitive question here.
Yeah.
So, the way you mentioned that you're giving them a pathway.
Yeah.
Of moving ahead, of progressing in life, of growth.
Yeah.
That may sometimes create a problem in the structural hierarchy in certain businesses. Like the seniors have to let go of some level of ego, some level. So how do you foster that culture?
I would say I'll add one more word: sense of insecurity in the seniors.
Absolutely.
Sense of insecurity by Gen Zs and millennials is tremendous. So I always say keep pushing. You have to fail to move on. If you fail once, अरे ये तो यही चलता है इंडस्ट्री में, ये आगे बढ़ने नहीं देगा, then you won't be sitting on this seat, guys. Trust me on this. If you check my history, past connections with my people, they will know what I'm talking about. You have to keep trying. And just when I'm speaking like an open on the open mic about what we have got with people, you check our KZK history as well, what we built there, what Naman was saying about people going international. These are all young kids that are 21, 22 years old who are leading businesses now. And that has to change. People are understanding, slow understanding. You have to blend to the culture of the organization. See, not all are corporates like Tanishq or Carolyn or Titan or Indriya kind of brands. Not all companies will work with corporates. You will work with Indian owners. But they have moved their thinking also from being a Lala company. I understand that. That's the most important part. But you have to blend to the culture. You have to blend to the culture. It's not easy to blend, but it's not easy for them to change as well. We can take that as well. You have to give it to them as well. They have built a culture, they have built a legacy. But it's a slow process. Some people who are very fast into thinking have moved very fast. That's the growth path.
Got it. Openness required.
Yes, openness required.
All right. So one thing, you mentioned initially that you cater to a lot of corporate brands. You mentioned Jiva, Carrot Lane, Malabar, Indriya. What about the smaller players? So I think I'm asking on behalf of a lot of jewelry businesses here that do you even cater to smaller businesses, people having a single store to, let's say, 5 stores, 10 stores?
Of course, no distinction. So see, they're clients. We have products they are going to buy, we are going to sell, we are going to make money out of it. So there is no distinction. Why I'm taking, okay, so I'm also being bashed by I'm also branding big brands, so you got to know what we are working with. Because if I tell you that we are working with some Jewellers and Sons, would you come and join me as a talent? That's the question I always say. See, we will work with everyone. We do not have any distinguishing factor with any person, people or any family businesses. We are absolutely open with everything, and we have always been with that philosophy. So there is no barricade to any sort of people or any sort of business.
Okay. So one last thing here is, if let's say a small business approaches for some products. Okay, let's say a startup is coming into you. Do you also help them in terms of kind of what is working in their region? I've seen this happen a lot. In fact, I know the answer, but it's just to make you say it. But so we've seen this happen where a lot of jewelers who are just starting out and they are in a way clueless. They get a couple of orders here and there, but they are very clueless as to what is going to work in their region, in their exact location. And I've seen manufacturers actually know that these are the kind of designs, and with Sky Gold we know that you have a merchandising team who's actually catering to that. Yes. So can you elaborate a little on that?
So as I started off saying what about Sky, we are design led, we are product led as a company. So we mean that. So if there is a startup coming in for we need some jewelry to be sold, we need some customers to be made, we first say select the designs. We'll help you to select out the designs. Sort out what you need first. What needs to get you started? What is working, what is not working? What can take you off in a flight? And it all depends on the budget, of course, what they want to buy. So we'll just not give them what we have. We'll create if there is a need, we create for them as well. So yeah, there is a merchandising team who is known to do that. They will do it with whole heart and soul. And that's what we train in the culture. That's not the only thing that we are training our people, but we train more behaviorally that, we have to cater with design-led mindset. I think Akash, and he has been into the product side, so he's product driven. So that's where the area comes from. And so look, Akash is a complete outsider to Sky. And if people want a justification where where I am sitting as the president of HR for Sky Gold and Akash is sitting as the CEO in a family-led business, that's the best example where we can reach to the top. There's no barricades. It's our mindset that stops us, but it's the be open-minded and just move ahead.
Got it. Thank you. I'd just like to open up to any questions from anybody related to anything, be it talent, be it culture, be it business aspects.
Guys, shoot
fast.
No negative marking, honestly.
I have 2 simple questions.
Sure.
The first question is, how do you attract young talent and keep those talented people in your company?
See, attracting means I hope I'm attracting right now the young talent. That's how I do in my business generally. Second, see, we have built policies and process to nurture young people. That may include monetary benefits, we're being very honest enough. That may include growth paths and career paths where we want you to go. Maybe a year down the line when we are doing appraisals, we are very crude and candid with what you are actually doing and what you can do. Trust me, my merchandisers were not merchandisers, they were designers like you guys. I'm sorry I'm pointing out because you raised your hand for design, they were designers. We understood that they are good as merchandisers, we moved from certain designers to merchandisers. So I think moreover monetary benefits, what today's talent is understanding is what their next role is going to be. We have to be very careful in telling them because unlike before millennials and stuff, people who are, loyalty, hustle is there, respect is there, because see, this industry is built on loyalty and trust in people. Yeah. So we have to trust in them that what they are going to go next. So we just have to give them the vision where the company is going, where you are going. That's how we retain the talent.
Okay, and my second question, how do you attract or cater to corporate clients, corporate retailers, and how do you structure your business in such a way that it ends up in a win-win situation, and basically you're providing a well enough solution to keep them for a lifetime?
So see, client relation is the most important part into this. Our CRM team, our CEO is heads-on with our people. You understand a company who established itself in 2005 and is dealing with the topmost corporate clients is because of the relationships. The relationships the director has with these corporate clients, my CEO has with these corporate clients. So apart from designs, the technicality of the product, the pricing of the product, the relationship that we have maintained with these people is really valuable. And trust me, jewelry is the only industry is very close to me because they value trust and loyalty more. And we have maintained that. So that's how we have built our relationship, we have built our customer base, and we are growing with them. And we are growing with the existing customers and acquiring new one because of that. Because word of mouth is the best marketing brand, you know. So it's working out.
Hi, this is Deshna. I'm from Hyderabad and we own a family business, B2B and B2C. A genuine question, what I have observed as an intern at my office was when we enter the corporate world, there are a lot of sort of problems where we, just front of it. But the thing is, I just want to ask, as I have heard your journey, you started with a very small scale and now you're owning such a long business. Can I have a few tips where we can enter corporate world? Because when, as you said, the previous question that word of mouth, but as a Gen Z kid, I don't think word of mouth would sustain now. So any other?
So Gen Z kid, the second statement I also said is you have to imbibe in the culture of the company as well. That's the word of mouth. But yeah. See, I cannot tell you more into business because business strategies is something that I don't look at. I can tell you about people. But see, corporate clients require a lot of trust, a product quality that is sustainable, the product quality that is not rejected by end consumers as well. I think with Sky, that is our USP with our partners. The quality and the end product that we come up with, there is repeated client. So, you know, a lot of small business who start up doing amazing designs, that customer repeats a certain kind of designs and everything. So we have design as our base and QC is really good. So with that is how we have grown relationships and entered. I think more detail I won't be able to explain in terms of building the brand because that's been a hard work of the directors and the CEO working together. I think they will know better. But with people and everything, so my base again, design and people, that has connected really well with my corporates.
Thank you.
Nice, thank you.
For Gen Z, the word of mouth has gone digital. The customers, you know, sending a story to their friends, close friends. Instagram has a close friends feature. So that is word of mouth. Like somewhere customers sharing stories, which used to be one person at a time, is today one to many. So yeah, word of mouth still is the biggest way to get customers, but it's just gone digital.
So, yes.
Hi, thank you so much for giving your time today.
Nice.
Since you're concentrating on people, I have a very people-specific question itself. I believe in the concept of having the right seat and the right person.
Yes.
And that's super important.
Yeah.
I started a company about 3 years back and we're about 100 people now. And I face difficulty with just 100 people to understand if the right person is in the right seat, right? And at the same time, after just in this 3 years journey, I've realized also that after a certain point, it becomes difficult before truthfully somebody can actually answer if they're in the right seat at the right, and they're the right person for the right seat. So with so many people and such a scaled organization and managing 1,600 people, like you said, I'm sure it's way more complicated, and keeping 1,600 people like available in the top of your head in terms of how they're performing and if they're in the right place is super complicated. So any tips on that perspective, and maybe you can just touch upon what I feel like the word culture has been overused. Everybody tells that
Absolutely.
they build a great culture in their company. If you can just touch upon what that actually means, it'll just give us some clarity.
Sure, I start with the last point, what culture is. So I'm not saying that, we are a GPTW certified company, cultured company like an Infosys or something like that. I don't think we are going to be. Culture is what fosters talent for me. It's simple, you're correct. Culture has been used so much, and it's like AI and ML of the industry, Everyone says that AI ne kar diya, say culture hamara bahut strong hai. See, for me, when my people are getting retained in the company, when my company is growing, that's the culture I want to foster in the company. Simple. I'm just keeping it very simple. I'm not saying that we have 10,000 policies which are giving people benefit. No, we don't have that. We have people who care for other people. You ask me that tomorrow if there is, I'm new to the organization, maybe a month old with Sky, but the relationship is old somewhere or the other. And that is what got me to Sky, that is what fostered my relationship with them. Now your first question again, nurturing talents. There is a technical way how we look at it. If you want, we can connect separately and I can tell you the technical way because I come from the talent and the learning section. How we have understood which person is the right person for the right seat. There is a science to it. I can define the science to you in 15 minutes, but you need right set of people to identify that. Like we were in the process in my career of identifying talents first, in technically, on terms of performance as well, in terms of assessment cycles as well. So we defined that. Difference in the last 3 years is post-COVID, I think everyone is multitasking. So now in that, and you as an owner with 100 people, you also want to save your money and you want one person to do multiple jobs. Now that becomes a critical juncture where you guide your talent to go. Whether you guide him in the way you want your organization to grow, or you guide him in the way he wants to grow with the organization. That's the thing. See, I'll be mean. If I have my organization, I'll be mean. Okay, I will grow a talent the way I want my organization to run. But I think differently. I grow the talent, let them grow, and let my organization grow with it. So, there's a technical science you can connect later on and I will explain. But my approach is more people-centric.
I'm Neeraj from Hyderabad.
Hi, Neeraj.
I've dealt with Skychains before.
Yeah.
I'd like you to answer, like, how do you look at the next designing thing into jewelry? What's the next trend? What's the next need? So, like, how do you see the orders that you keep getting, like, for the different parts of the world, or what do you look at? Like, the designer's mindset or the creativity that you think will follow the trend, or what is it?
Absolutely designer's mindset. I mean, see, I can keep selling you the same stuff. If you're connected with Sky, that's very easy for me to do commercial business with you guys. But what we nurture is, see, what's going to be new is going to be designers' brains, correct? New designers coming with new concept, we always nurture it, and new designs are created by them. And see, we can guide them in the way the market is operating. But apart from that, it's all designers' efforts, it's all the sales team, understanding of the market analysis, what is going to work, what is not going to work, themes that are running in the market that will take the brand ahead. Yes, and yeah, I mean, global is my next target, so we will expand globally. Sooner or later, you will see announcements firing all around the corner for that.
So, one more question, sir.
Sure, sure.
So, as the trend lines are changing faster, like in the jewellery trend, it's been a little slow compared to the other
Fashion
industries.
trends.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, as the chains and all, it's like basic, they have a limitations.
Yes.
So, as soon as they keep increasing, being a B2B owner, having such stock of like all those things and the trends keep going as soon as faster. So, how do you put the inventory and the orders to such line and effect? How do I understand the market of what people want around me?
On designs, I'll not take the business side of it because business expertise, again, I don't come from the business side. But what we work on is selling designs. We first put the concept, the 3D design, and on that. So, I mean, my designer can go crazy. Me being the business owner might say, I do not understand the design, but a customer might understand that design, but we have to try and experiment on it. So we do a lot of sampling, lot of creativity on the samples and everything and present it to the clients. So it's not necessarily the client has to come with their concept, we share our concept as well.
It's basically trial and error of the
Of course.
Hi sir, I'm Kosha. I'm freelance jewelry designer. So my question to you is, how will you distinguish a great jewelry designer to AI generated designer? Like who uses AI to design, and how will you distinguish a great designer who comes from original thought, original ways, thinking, everything?
Should I answer this? AI is top of the town. I think my mobile phone will take over me tomorrow. But see, honestly, yes, AI is taking over. That's a very nice question, Kosha. But my designer who builds the design is after interacting with the sales team, with the customer, with people. AI does not do that. AI is just giving you a trend analysis. For me, AI is doing trend analysis. Maybe finessing the product with AI is something that I like. We had experimented something like that back. But that worked nicely. But I will never replace a designer with AI to create a product. Because they will create something which is aesthetic on artificial pointers. What we believe as a brand is we are for the people. So without people, the brand does not exist. So I clearly distinguish the design from a concept which has come from themes or ideas or what is working in the market. So that's where my distinguishing factor comes in.
Alright, thank you.
No worries, Kosha.
Thank you everyone for the amazing questions. Thank you so much, Ketan.
No problem,
This was
my
quite
pleasure.
very insightful. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Naman.